7 weeks out, back obviously in California, as you saw at the end of last video. And because I was traveling and so busy with work last week, I wasn't able to do what I typically do 2 weeks out, and that is order my set of shoes for the remaining block of training. And so getting my shoe order done now. This year, gonna race in some Asics Metaspeed Sky. I absolutely loved them. I tried them on an expo and said next marathon I'm gonna be getting those shoes, and that's what I'm gonna be racing in. But I also get a pair of Easy Day shoes and then typically a pair of speed shoes to go along with it, because I just don't do a ton of my training miles in the marathon shoes. Tend to try to keep the brand the same as I do my training. Why? If that's the shoe I'm going to be using, might as well get the feet kind of used to the foam, used to the fit, and all that other stuff. And so one of the shoes that I've absolutely loved from previous iterations is the Asics Glideride from my Easy Days. They just came out with the Glideride Max, so I'm going to be getting a pair of those. And the other thing I'm going to be getting is a pair of Speed Day shoes, and I've been putting a ton of miles, obviously, in the Magic Speed 3s, so just going to grab some Magic Speed 4s, add those. Oh, that looks like they're not coming into October 7th. Means I'll just keep training in my Asics Metaspeed 3s. And then because I am doing a ton of running on the trails, grab a couple pair. I like to try to make sure I'm keeping some of that FF Blast foam in there. Trail shoes I was looking at to get are the Gel Tribuco 12. Just for reference, I always get mine from Roadrunner Sports. Why? Is you get VIP dollars back. So I get some money back for these. And then I also, if I don't like them, can return them in 30 days. So these should be here sometime Wednesday, Thursday this week, and be able to put the last 7 weeks of training into these shoes. All right, start of the next week. Tuesday, 10.11 miles all done. Decided to skip filming the mobility that I do on Monday because it kind of gets boring for you all. Big week on tap. Got to head up and over the hill as I got a crazy early start this morning for a couple days of work, and then about an 80-mile week. Wednesday, some heavy repeats, a bunch of easy miles, and big one on tap for Saturday as well. So another big one. Back from Florida makes me happy, even though I'm sweating. It's not miserably humid. It's actually very nice out. So let's have a good week. Get off to a good start.
48 hours later.
Well, that's been a terrible last 48 hours. Here we are, Friday. Last run was Tuesday. Not sure what has gotten into the belly, but I was down for the count sick for the last 2 days. So got that run in on Tuesday, went to work meetings up and over the hill in Silicon Valley, and about halfway through the work meetings on Tuesday, I just started feeling terrible with the full body chills, full body aches, and set my alarm to get ready to go run on Wednesday, and just was up all night long with stomach problems and sweats and chills. And so first workout I've skipped of the entire training plan, Wednesday. Ended that day pretty quickly. Got done around half day, jumped back home, and literally slept for about 15 total hours the next day, and felt significantly better, but still wasn't able to keep any food down. And yesterday was able to get a couple bowls of just plain rice, and then got a full meal down last night and feel a million times better today. And so Friday, back on the saddle, going to get out, see how this run feels on the legs, feel how well, the legs are gonna feel fine. See how the run feels on the body. And yeah, really just make sure I'm not still sick before I start putting in effort again, because if I start running on this type of sickness, I'm assuming it's going to absolutely destroy me. So despite the fact that the body has shut down on me the last 2 days, it feels incredibly good today. So off to go get the Friday 10 in. Nice. The shoes came in. Just got to the trail, lacing up the new gel Tribuco Asics shoes. When you get a new set of shoes, the first thing you want to do is go run in them. And seeing as I have the time to get the afternoon miles in at the trail, that's what I'm gonna do. So lacing them up for the first run, just easy this evening. Got one of my buddies coming out. He's actually gonna be running New York with us. You know, somewhere between 4 and 6 miles out on the trail with the sunset. Time to see these Asics trail shoes, how they do. As I sit here and lace up the new Asics Glideride Max for the first time, I absolutely loved the first set of Asics Glideride and the second round of Asics Glideride. And then when I saw these ones come out and I was getting my end of the training cycle shoes dialed in for New York City Marathon, I said, I'm gonna get myself a pair of those instead of Super Blast. Excited, gonna get my first run in them, and they feel money. Asics Glideride. Let's see how the new iteration goes. 20 miles today. Just passed 7 miles on today's Saturday 20 miler. Still not 100%, just recovering from the sickness a little bit. So today is just steady, easy run. Wow. I moved the hard work to tomorrow, and yeah, just trying to make sure the sickness doesn't linger longer than it needs to be. So probably around 7:15 to 6:50, 6:45, depending on the hills, as I decided to go the opposite direction of my normal long runs. Got the time today, so doing a different route. Headed up to the point, grab some water, and then turn around from there. I am a little depleted from the sickness, so got 7-ish miles left. Gonna try to go on the higher end of the pacing run today and just really focus on those hard workouts tomorrow. But at least I'm like not feeling sick, just kind of a little slowish, sluggish maybe, because of the fuel decrease on Wednesday and Thursday from the sickness. So boom, first 20 miler of the block done. 20.12 miles, 7:08 average, so just over 2 hours 23.5 minutes. And again, knowing California delivers the elevation, different route, completely different direction than I normally go, over 1,400 feet of climbing. Again, this one was a lot more like big, short, steep uphills compared to my normal long run route, which is more like kind of the long gradual ones, which are easier to get some pace on. So a couple stingers in there, but for being sick and first 20 miler of the block, it's been a tough 2 weeks of training, but really stoked on how that one turned out. So get some rest, ice up the legs, and get on to the double hard workout tomorrow as I moved everything to Sunday for the sickness and everything going on this week. So was supposed to get 6 mile tempo run in for the morning workout, and then some 400s in the evening for the second workout to try to salvage this week's of training. And last night I got a call from a buddy that I am in for the relay of their triathlon because he's hurt. So I am headed up to Santa Cruz right now. So the 6 mile tempo work that I was supposed to do is now going to be a part of someone's relay triathlon. So pretty rad. No idea who my relay team is because don't really know anybody up here. All right, Scott, I gotta go chase some people. All right, mile 1, 5:57. Gonna just try to sit right here for the next 5. This triathlon's course markings are worse than the trail run. Mile 2 is probably around the same, but no idea because they made me go the wrong way and then turn around. Mile 3, 5:55. Mile 4 was a 5:55. 2 more. Got teammate Steve with me. Chilling. 8 minutes for out 5. Probably over 6 minutes on that one. Whew. Doesn't feel great. Nice. That was a lot of fun. Said 6:08 average, but I forgot to stop my watch for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So probably closer to 6 minutes, which is exactly what I needed to do. Fun to do that at 10K. Had a little conversation with teammates that I just met during the run, so it was exactly what I needed. Didn't overdo it. Still didn't feel like fully fueled and like recovered from the sickness this week, but to be able to do that and then still feel pretty good. Trying to try to get the 400s in later tonight. Yeah, solid. Thanks for the opportunity, Cal. That was fun to do. Rocking the shirt from this morning for the evening workout. Reminding myself I did do hard work today, and so here we are. My first ever double threshold to try to at least get some solid work in now that I'm feeling better this week. 5 times 1K at same pace as this morning. So we'll see how this goes. Let's go. Turnaround point. Come on. Get yourself back. Come on. Let's go. Oh man, full transparency. I don't think I've ever been that mentally locked in for a workout in a long time. I knew this week with the 2 days off from being sick and never having double threshold that was going to be challenging for me, but dang, that was a solid workout. Solid paces during the workout, but to be able to cut down from sub 550 probably, I don't know, somewhere in the maybe low 550s down to the 530s. Stoked. What a way to wrap up the week. Maybe not the highest mileage, but solid workout. Body feels better, so time to pack on, go over 70 next week for the next 6 remaining weeks to New York City.